Would it make a difference to know that the reckless driver that annoyed you when he cut in front of you had just found out his wife was in a bad accident and he was hurrying to the hospital? It would make a big difference, wouldn't it? The one story that I love, and I know you've heard it a gazillion times, was when I first moved to Florida. I moved from California, so I moved from a type A person to a type Z community. And so I had a lot of impatience with everybody. And I was in a little complex to visit a friend, and there was a man in front of me, and he slowed down. And he slowed down. And I'm about ready to come apart. And finally he slowed down and he stopped right in the middle of the road. And I was cussing him under my breath. It really was not very ministerial at all. And then he slowly opened his car door and he got out. And he went in front of his car where I couldn't see and picked up a turtle and took it to the side of the road. That man I was going to kill turned into my best friend, because that was his motive. Mine was just simply impatient with this old man that shouldn't be on the road. And yet here he was with a heart full of love, taking care of the little turtle that I care so much about. So the Cheyenne tell us, do not judge your neighbor until you walk 2 moons in his moccasins. And to spend time doing this allows compassion and empathy to take the lead and open our heart to the idea that there may be more than one way to look at anything. So often we are so wrapped up in our own opinions, our own story, that we cannot see through the eyes of someone else. But when we take time to understand an uncomfortable situation from the other person's perspective, we can let go of those negative emotions that we have been holding, and then our heart automatically opens. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow said, if we could read the secret history of our enemies, we should find in each man's life sorrow and suffering enough to disarm all hostility. And even if we don't or we can't understand the other person's perspective, we can realize that the pains and wounds that you and I have experienced in our life are also embedded in the life of the person we are annoyed with. And that in itself is enough to cause us to drop our defenses and let our light shine.